The first product we're going to walk through on how to set up is going to be your physical products. Examples of this would be like apparel, coffee mugs, food, really anything you'd be shipping to somebody. And these can be set up as a one-time purchase or a subscription. So let's say a one-time purchase would be one coffee mug, and then a subscription purchase of that coffee mug would be, let's say you get one coffee mug a month. And I'll walk you through how to do that later on in this training video. But let's go ahead and click where it says physical. And this new light box is going to pop up. We'll walk through all of the sections here, but the first one is going to be, the first thing you're going to do is add in your title. You want to make sure that it's applicable to what the product is, nothing super fancy here, just make it nice and clear for your customer on what the product actually is. So for this example, I'm going to be using a mug that I make, so I'm going to put in hug in a mug coffee cup, and you'll see it auto-populates below because I've added this product in before. And then we're going to add in a description. So here's where you're going to talk about the product itself, what the features are, anything you want to really highlight, and you have some styling options. So bold, italicize, you can link things, whatever you want really there. So I'll type in like awesome product description here, and then let's just say features, feature 1, feature 2, and feature 3. So that's your product description. Next thing that we're going to do is upload our images. So you can add up to 250 images for each product, but Squarespace recommends keeping the total size of all of your images that you use combined to 5 megabytes or less, and that's just for load time. You want the page to load as fast as possible, and the more images you have, the longer it'll take to load. So I have 3 images for this product. So I selected them all and I'm uploading them. And the next thing we're going to do is just click and arrange which image we want first, second, third. So we can just click and drag, and now it's set up the way that I want it to. Now before we head over to another section, I want to make sure that I add in alt text to the images. Alt text is going to give these images keywords that are applicable to that specific image, which is going to help you with optimizing your website for search engines. So it's basically telling, let's say, a search engine like Google what this image is about, because Google can't see images, it can just read text. So if I hover over this image here and I click the cog, there's a edit image metadata, so I would add in any of those keywords that I wanted to. So hug in a mug, coffee cup, for, let's say teacher gift. Google Keyword Planner is a great source to use for figuring out what keywords to use, so I'd highly recommend that. I'm going to hit save, and you're going to want to do that for all 3 images. I'm going to skip over the next 2 because there's no reason to go over them, but just so you know, that'll greatly help you with search engines and hopefully getting your website to show up higher in the search results. Before we head into pricing and variants, I just want to touch quickly on tags and categories. There's a whole lesson about the importance of this, but I always tell my clients when you're adding in tags and categories, think one category, multiple tags. So for example, when I set up my shop, let's say that I have a bunch of home goods that I'm selling in my shop. They're all physical products. I would add in whatever categories, higher level categories these products would fit in. So I, let's say, would do drinkware if I have different kinds of mugs, maybe travel mugs, so drinkware, and then maybe I have pillows, and then maybe I have stationery. So you're getting a good idea of these higher level categories. You'll probably have up to about 6 in your shop. And then tags are going to be specific for this actual product. So here's where I would type in coffee cup, hug in a mug, teacher gift, all of those things. And again, I'm not going to touch too much on this right now, but I just want to point that out. So you want to add in those specific categories and tags. There is no limit to the amount of tags that you can use, so kind of let your heart go wild there. So let's head over. We're going to skip subscription product for now. We'll do that right at the end, but let's head over to pricing and variants. The first section that you'll see is the image section here, and here's where you can assign a specific image to a specific variant. So for example, if I had this product in let's say, the color red as well as the color white, I could assign that specific image, and I'll show you how to do that as well. But let's skip that for now. Let's go to SKU. SKU is really just an inventory identifier. It's not necessary, but it is a good thing to have if you have a lot of products in your shop. So I'm going to skip that. But pricing is obviously what customers are going to be paying for the product. So if I click that, let's say I know my price is going to be $14.95. I can add that in. And then let's say I know when I want to put it on sale, I want it to be $10.95. I can add that in without actually putting it on sale. That way, I'm going to click out of this. That way, when I do want to put the product on sale, I can click into here, hit on sale, and then it puts it on sale for me. So then you want to go into the stock section and add in how much quantity you have of this particular product. So let's say I have 20 of these mugs. You can also do unlimited. So if you can print them on demand and you can always have inventory on hand, I'd choose unlimited. The weight portion is really, it's the shipping weight. So it's not necessary, but it's needed for automated shipping calculations. So we'll go through shipping in a later lesson as well, but if you want to add that in, you can. And then the same with dimensions. It's your shipping dimensions. It's not necessary, but it's needed if you want to do your automated shipping calculations. You can also add in custom variants, which is with this plus sign right here. So some examples of this would be like size, color, maybe capacity, what the flavor is, what superpower you get. These are all examples of these custom variants. So let's say, for example, in my Hug in a Mug product, I have an 11-ounce mug and a 15-ounce mug. I would click the plus sign here. I can type in, I could put capacity and hit save. And then this would be, I would put in 11 ounces. If I hit the enter button, it's automatically going to duplicate the product underneath it, including what the price is, what the stock is. If I had the weight and dimensions in there, it would copy it as well. But it does give it a different SKU. So what you can do then, let's say I only have, well, this capacity is going to be 15 ounces. And I only have 10 mugs of the 15 ounce. So that's where I would just go ahead and change that as well. Now here, if I had a different image for the 11 ounce versus the 15 ounce, that's where I would select it. So let's say this is the 11 ounce. I'm going to hit apply. And let's say if I click this one, the girl holding the mug is the 15 ounce. I'd hit apply. Let's head over to the additional info section. So here, this is a great spot for adding in related products. We'll talk about that in a later lesson, but also for adding in, like Squarespace recommends, videos, disclaimers, shipping and return information, ingredients, care instructions, a ton of different things that you can do there. So you can build this additional info section out just like you would a page. You'll notice the plus sign in the bottom right corner. If I hit that button there, I have all of the different Squarespace content blocks to build the page out itself. The next section on the physical product lightbox is going to be your form. This is a great option for products where you customize them. So if you could build a custom product form that a customer has to fill out when they purchase the product. So for personalized information, like a custom message or something like specific instructions for that custom product. So if I want to go ahead and add that, you're just going to click Create New Form. I'll label the form, we'll just say Mug Customization. C-T-O-N, there we go. And then we'll add form fields, and you can add in whatever fields you'd like. So they can add in their address, they can add in, let's say I want a text area. I want it to say, let's see, please provide the custom wording you would like on the mug. And I'm making that up. You can add in a description, placeholder text. You can make it required or not. And then you can add in other forms as well, or form fields as well. So I can add in whatever I want. I'm just going to hit save. I actually don't want it, so I'm just going to delete it just so that it's not on the site. But that's how you go ahead and add in a form. The next section is options. And here is where you can change your thumbnail image, what the URL of the product is itself, and a bunch of other things. So one thing to note is the thumbnail image is going to auto-populate with the first image that you uploaded. So even if you click and drag other images to show up first, it's still going to put in the first image that you uploaded. So I don't want this to be the image that shows. I want it to be the first image, which is the styled mug in the brown leather container. So if I go to options, I'm just going to hit delete, and all I need to do then is re-upload that image. So it'll process it, resize it, and then it's there. And then you can also, if you want to, change a bunch of things on there like brightness, contrast. I can crop it if I need to, a bunch of different options there. We won't walk through that, but you'll notice product URL is right here as well. This section where it says /Skillshare-products, that is going to be auto-generated by Squarespace, and you cannot change that. That's because that's the page title. That's what we labeled this shop page. So that'll automatically be on there. If you don't add in anything, it's going to take your item title and put that as the product URL. So I typically will just leave it like that. But if you want to change it, you can go ahead and change it to whatever you'd like. It's always good to stay consistent, so I don't usually recommend that, but you have that option. And then you can also add a custom add button label. So if I check this, right now it just says add to cart, but I could do grab this baby now, and then that's what the add to cart button would say. Featured product is if you have specific products that you would like to feature, let's say on your homepage or something like that, you could mark it as featured, and then you can add in a summary carousel somewhere else, like on your homepage, and just select those featured products, and then it would gather all of those products together in that gallery block for you. The last option on here is social, and here what you can do if you sync your social sites, if you connect them to your website, you can automatically push the product onto that social site as a post. Right now, the available social sites that you can do that on are Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Tumblr. So if I toggle this on for Pinterest and I hit save and publish, it'll automatically push it to Pinterest as a post. So I'm going to toggle that off because this is just a demo product here, but just so you know that you have that option. Now, before we hit save and publish, let's go back to item and talk about using this product or changing this from a one-time purchase to a subscription product. So in order to have a product as a subscription product, you have to have a Commerce Advanced plan, you have to have customer accounts enabled, and you have to use Stripe as your payment processor. Right now, it's not possible to sell subscription products using PayPal at this time, at least with Squarespace. That could change, but just keep that in mind. So you'll check the subscription product button, and you'll have a new pop-up that appears. I am not on the Commerce Advanced plan, so I can't actually save this. That's why it says upgrade instead of save. But here you have your different options for subscription products. So you can decide when you, what the frequency is. So the quickest is once a week, and the longest is once a year, just so you know. And you can limit the number of renewals by clicking billing cycles and selecting the number of payments the subscriber will make. That includes the initial purchase. Or you can keep ongoing payments selected if the subscription will go on indefinitely. So let's say this will repeat every 1 month, and it's going to go on for 12 payments. So that means that this subscription, including the first purchase, will go on once a month for 12 months, so an entire year. If I had the Commerce Advanced plan for this account, I would hit upgrade, but I don't, so I'm just going to hit cancel right now. And then you'll see subscription product is unchecked. So when you're all set to publish the product, you can hit save and publish. Otherwise, you can just hit save, and it will go ahead and save it as a draft, or it'll say hidden, so that way you can go in and make any edits before it's actually pushed live. The next type of product we'll talk about to upload to your site are digital products, so let's get started with that.